What's up, guys? Beautiful day here in Denver, Colorado. Gorgeous skies, no hail, no rain, no wind, no thunderstorms. So it's beautiful. Perfect opportunity I thought I'd take to make you guys a video here. I'm gonna go ahead and mask a set of leaf packs. I'm gonna freshen up a set of leaf packs with some paint, and wanted to mask a couple emblems, and I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity for me to show you guys kind of the nuances of tape. And this is something that's super important. And say, for example, you're a detailer or a painter, it's great information to have. But you know, if you're a detailer, and one thing that I recommend, because I have a detailing and a painting background, and I kind of blend the two together in my details. I spend 2 to 10 days in my details, but I paint certain things like, say, frames and wheel wells, and just freshen up things that were already painted, bumpers, so on and so forth, say on off-road cars, vehicles and whatnot. But tape is a huge thing, and you're going to have to know when to use what tape. Say, for example, you're masking a 1963 T-Bird, and you're going to polish the thing complete, and you're masking one panel to the next. Something to keep in mind is you know, what the paint condition is. You know, you don't want to use what I would refer to as a high tack tape and go ahead and delaminate the, you know, the paint when you go to remove your tape. So there's different sizes, there's different tack level intensities. I would call, say some of it's like a low tack tape, medium tack tape, and a high tack tape, and maybe a super high tack tape, which I'll show you. I kind of have them all here set out, and I'll kind of run through the whole gamut. But first roll, not a perfect example, because it's spent a little bit of time on the masking machine, so it's a little crooked. But this is 3M, it's blue fine line. This is great tape because the fact that it, now I'll pull some off, you can manipulate this tape, you can stretch it, bend it. It's 3M vinyl. This is 1/8 inch fine line is what they call it. It's blue vinyl fine line. This would be used in an auto body setting where you'd be like masking flames. You would be, you know, doing some intricate work as far as masking certain things. And this is a phenomenal roll of tape. Next I'm going to go into is probably the staple of most of your painters. Most of your painters use this for, say, two-tone graphics, flames, all sorts of different stuff. But mainly two-tones is a great use for this application. This is your 1/4 inch 3M vinyl fine line, and this is phenomenal for masking all sorts of different stuff. And so I would definitely have one of these in my arsenal if I was yourself, even if I was a detailer. It's important to have all the tools you need, and you know, in my opinion, you can only be you're only so strong as a detailer when you can polish and clean and wax and so on and so forth. But if you can start painting things, you'll kind of boost your skill level into the next level and bring the cars that much higher. So these are two definite items that I would have in my arsenal. Next up, these are going to be more like your Home Depot style tapes. I mean, you can get them from auto body supply stores, but I would call these your low tack tapes. And this would be, say, 1/2 inch. This is a Norton brand, so it's a Norton 1/2 inch masking tape. I would call this more of like a low tack tape, and I will show you guys a technique, because I'm going to mask these leaf packs for you, show you what, you know, what tape I use where, and you know, kind of how to use it. But I would consider this like a low tack tape, and I can show you how to make it even more low tack. There's a little technique that I have that I will show you guys. So this is a Scotch brand tape. It's contractor grade. I'm pretty sure I got this at like Home Depot or Lowe's. This as well, same 3/4 inch. And this is also a contractor grade. This is another Home Depot brand. This is 1.5 inches. I really like 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1.5 inch, and as well as 2 inch. Don't forget about 2 inch. A lot of guys in the auto body business don't use the 2 inch, but I like it. I think for some certain scenarios it works pretty well. So this I would consider more like a low tack tape. Perfect use for this would be, you know, delicate cars. Say, for example, old classic cars, you're not sure as far as, you know, say the paint condition and how well the paint is stuck. Worst thing you could do is, you know, mask one panel to the next, remove the masking tape, and take some paint with it. That's I've had it happen to me. It's a horrible feeling. So something I've learned is to use low tack tape in those settings, or stickers that are kind of frail and fragile. That's where I would use a low tack tape. Next would be like the Scotch Blue 3/4 inch. This is your, you know, Home Depot tape as well. So that's a good one. I'll put that on the ground. This is your frog tape. This is another house paint tape. I would consider this low to medium tack. They do make delicate tape. Same for house painting. I mean, you know, sometimes you're masking you know, some moldings, and you don't want to, you know, you paint the moldings and then you tape it with delicate tape, and you don't want to strip the paint off. So I think that's super important, and that's a good use for this tape as well. This is right here is dolphin tape. So this is a 2-inch tape. I'm pretty sure I probably got this at Home Depot as well. That's a 2-inch tape. Now we're going to move into probably one of the most popular tapes they make. This is a 3M yellow. Here's 3/4 inch, 1.5 inch, and 2-inch. I keep this pretty much stocked up at all times. This I would consider more of like a medium tack tape. It's pretty much what most painters, a lot of painters use as far as, you know, for masking, you know, vehicles, plastic, paper, that kind of stuff. So phenomenal tape, made by 3M, pretty popular, so it's a good one. I would, if I was obviously you and I was a detailer, I would definitely go with something like that. Next up, this I would consider a high tack tape. This is American, and this is super strong tape. So, you know, what I mean by high tack is it, you know, you stick it to something and it's gonna stick. It doesn't release easy, and potentially could pull things with it. So you guys have to be cognizant about basically what you're doing. Say the scenario that you're going to use the tape, you want to pay attention and make sure that you use the right tape for the right job. Then I'm going to go into, I would call it like super high tack tape, and that would be your duct tapes. So I have some 3M duct tape. This is a reasonable duct tape. It's probably not a super high-end duct tape, but you know, there's sometimes when you want to mask with this, if you're around stuff that has, you know, even though you clean it, might still have some grease on it, your duct tape's going to be a great thing to use. And then we're going to kind of roll into what I would call the final frontier, and that's your Gorilla tape. And this stuff sticks like no other. And like I said, there's certain scenarios where, you know, you can't get even your high tack tapes, like say the American, the orange American here, to stick. That's when you go with your Gorilla, and the Gorilla, it'll stick like glue. So that's what I think of as Gorilla Glue. But it's, I mean, this stuff is super high tack. So this is going to be, you know, you can use this in all sorts of scenarios, but the bottom line is you want to run the gamut of all of it. I'm kind of one of those believers in that I like to have all the tools I need necessary to do the right job. So